Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As promised, I have a budgeting video for you. It is a little overdue because it is already the 11th. However, I did kind of want to work out some of the kinks, how I was going to use the planner before doing this video. So what I'll do is first kind of give you a brief overview of how I'm going to use it, and then I'll jump into my January budget. So first we have the 2018 year at a glance. What I've done is put little green dots for all of our paychecks that we'll be getting, and then little pink dots for birthdays, anniversaries, anything like that that we'll be spending money on. I like having this to refer back to. That way when I make my budget, I know to make accommodations for birthdays and things like that I'll be spending money on. So that's it. Oh, and these little dots I got off of Amazon. You can get something similar on Etsy. However, they're a little bit pricier. I would love to have used Etsy, but I'm on a budget and these were cheaper and I didn't have to pay shipping. So I will link down below these stickers, which I think are great. They're translucent so you can see through them. The reviews mention that the darker colors you can't see through as well, but for what I'm using it for, it's perfect. So I will link that down below. Next, I have the little savings goal sheets from the budget edition happy planner. I made copies of them so that I can use them for my sinking funds. So I just kind of put what each sinking fund will be. I will do a separate video just on sinking funds, how I'm going to use these, and where I'll be putting my funds, so that you guys can hopefully get ideas off of that. And then you have your monthly spread. I'm just using this to put my paychecks, or our paychecks, and bills on here. And then these stickers I made myself. I did order sticker paper off of Amazon, so I'll link that down below too. It's actually not sticker paper, it's like a shipping label paper, but apparently you can use it for stickers, so I will link that down below, but mine hasn't gotten here yet, so I had to get creative. So I had those like address label things lingering around from when I used to do real estate, so I went ahead and printed them on that and then just cut them out with my stickers. It's not perfect, but it does the job and I think looks good enough. So anyway, that's how I'm just using the monthly spread. Nothing special. For the weekly spread, what I'm doing is any funds coming in, paychecks, returns, anything like that will go in here. Then any money that I spend, things, not bills, but like, at Target or even the dentist, things like that. Groceries, I'm keeping track in the second row. And then the third row will be just for bills. What I'm planning on doing on the side is kind of having like an opening balance and then a closing balance kind of thing for my checking account, savings, probably not my savings account, but checking account, and any of my cash envelopes or anything like that, just so I can have it at a glance. Then I have this week, not much going on just yet, only have one bill basically, and my sad little one no spend. Like last week I had one sad little no spend. And then, all right, so this is stuff I printed out myself. This is my January budget. I used Google Docs, or whatever it's called now, Google Drive or whatever, to make this. This is my budget. Instead of using, let's see if I have it in here. Instead of using this sheet that came with the actual planner for the months, I'm going to be using these. So I'll set that up for the month. Not much, is going to change, although some of these are quarterly, so those will be gone. But this is kind of how I'm going to track that, so I'm not having to handwrite it, each time. Then I've got, things like car insurance. I have that as my sinking fund, my groceries, things like that. And then I made my own expense trackers. That way it's based on each category. So I have one for groceries, one for restaurants, one for gas, one for miscellaneous, and then there's mine for the $25 I've allotted myself for the month, and then my husband's, and I think that's it. Yeah, so I will go out over my actual budget now that you've seen kind of how I'm going to, you know, do this. If I could get back to the page. All right. So I based our budget on an income of $3,200. That's just my husband's income. My income fluctuates. I mentioned in a previous video, I have an autoimmune disease. I have MS. So there's some weeks that I work less than others just because I'm not feeling well. Luckily, I work for my in-laws, so they're very accommodating to that for now, at least. So, like I said, my income fluctuates, so I don't base our budget on that, but I will track that income when it does come in. I don't know what it's going to be on a week-to-week basis, just because I never know how I'm going to feel. So, that's what our income will be. Then like I said, I base it off of just his income, so $3,200. We have our life insurance this month, both my husband's and mine, which his is $170, mine's $95.40. We also have our trash this month, that's quarterly, that's $76. We've got our health insurance. I don't know how it went down to $30 because it was like $360 last year. So I don't know. The plan didn't change. Our income didn't really change. So I have no clue how that happened. But when they told me the amount, I just said, yeah, let's go for it. And I moved on because I didn't want them to take that away from me because $30 is crazy. I have electric at $125. I pay the same amount on my electric every month. What I did a few years back was kind of took an average of the year and put that, started making payments of just that. So I don't have, summertime bills of like $300 because I have basically a credit on my account during the winter months, and then it, pulls out of that basically during the summer months. So I do that. I don't set it up directly with the electric company because I don't like giving other people control over my expenses and my, budget and things like that. I like doing it myself. So I've done that myself. And I just check every once in a while to make sure I still have a credit in there and I'm not like, obviously overdue on anything. My mortgage is $906. Netflix went up to $12. Our water bill is $90. Hulu is $10. I have $250 for my car insurance, which goes towards the sinking fund. I put $760 for groceries. That's actually the EBT benefits thing that they have for, the U.S. government puts out there. We don't get, food stamps or EBT or anything, whatever it's called. But that's what a family of 5 would make. That's a max benefit for a family of 5. So I just went with that. Then I have $50 for restaurants. We don't eat out a lot. I am on an AIP diet, so my diet is very limited. So we don't really eat out very often, but occasionally, my family will eat something out. I don't, unfortunately. I put $200 down for gas. We had $228 that went to for my son's dental bill, and then I have $25 for me, $25 for my husband, $100 for haircuts, which I doubt we'll spend that much, but I'd rather have it budgeted than coming out of another account or anything. And then that only left us with $56.90 per month for miscellaneous, because I do follow the Dave Ramsey plan. We have a $0 budget, so every dollar is accounted for. I used to follow him religiously, and then I fell off the wagon. But I do love Dave Ramsey. We pulled ourselves out of $60,000 worth of credit card debt through Dave Ramsey, and how he, kind of structures his payments and things like that. It was hell to do. We had to deal with lots of creditors and negotiate a lot, but it was well worth it, and I have never looked back. We still don't have a credit card. It's been 10 years since we've done that, and I will never have a credit card. My kids will never have a credit card. If you use them responsibly, that's great. However, you know, the average American household has like, I think, $16,000 worth of consumer debt. So obviously, as Americans in general, we don't use them responsibly. So I choose not to bring that back into my life because I saw how bad it could get, at least for myself. So we don't do credit cards. So if we don't have the money, we're not buying it. So anyhow, that is our budget. Then for groceries, so like I said, we budgeted $760. So far, we have not spent that much. We still have $747.62 left for that. Restaurants, we've spent nothing. Gas, we've only spent about $52 on that, so we still have $148.10 for that. Miscellaneous, we only have $25.91 after the first week. Here's where it gets pathetic. Of my $25, within 1 week, I have $1.39 left. So basically, I can't spend any more money this month, which really sucks. So I have to stop going on to the Michael's and Joann's website to see if they have Happy Planner stuff on sale because I can't buy any of it anyway. And then my husband has only bought like a pack of gum, so he still has $23 and some change left. So that is how I'm going to be tracking that. So basically, grocery-wise, we've done great because I've kind of been trying to use everything up that we already have. My personal spending, not so great. It's going to be a lot harder than I thought to stick to $25. And everything else is kind of going the way it should. What I'm going to do is kind of do a weekly check-in at the end of every week or so to kind of just go over how we're doing as far as sticking to the budget. But this is kind of a test month. January is the test month to see which areas we need to spend more or less on, things like that. And then also based on, or I guess when I get my paychecks, what I'm going to be doing with that is putting them directly towards one of the sinking funds. That way, you know, it's not extra money for me to spend. I'm not going to, you know, just blow it all on Happy Planner stuff. I'm going to actually put it in the sinking funds. So that's what I'm going to be using any income that I have. It's going to go into the sinking funds. All right, well, that is about it for my budget. Oh, I did also want to bring up something. I went over my bank statements for October in preparation for, you know, doing this. Just to kind of see what we spent in what categories. And I used Google Docs to, you know, put everything in categories and move things around. I had no idea some of the stuff I was spending as much money on as I did. We spent $1,564.83 on groceries and food and personal care items as well in October. That is insane. Absolutely, like I can't even fathom spending that much money. Like if someone told me that's how much we spent, I wouldn't believe them. And this is in October. I purposely didn't do November because of Thanksgiving, and I didn't do December because of Christmas. This was October. So almost $1,600 in groceries in October. No wonder we don't have any money for savings. That was ridiculous. Then we spent $241 basically on entertainment. So that's things like Fun Center and Voodoo and things like, granted, a lot of this was for my daughter's birthday. She wanted to get a TV show on Voodoo, like the seasons, the complete set on there. So we did that. So one of that, like 100 of that is for my daughter, but still, gas is reasonable. Oh, and then I found a fraudulent charge, which I usually look at my bank statements all the time, like online on my phone, and for some reason I didn't notice this one until I did this. So I'm glad I did this for this video. But it's for Sears. And first of all, I don't shop at Sears. Second of all, our Sears was torn down, like it was in a mall, and they demolished it. So I'm really not sure how or why that charge exists. I did contest it. They are going to be taking it off of my account, but that is crazy. $66 to a store I don't think I've gone to a Sears in the past like 6 years. So anyhow, that's something that this is worth doing just to catch stuff like that. Then let's see, my miscellaneous was $860, which again is outrageous. And the reason it's under miscellaneous is because I didn't look at these bank statements. I didn't keep my receipts and things like that to be able to put them in proper categories. So some of this might have been food as well, but I have no idea because I wasn't keeping track of my income. That's why I said I used to do Dave Ramsey like religiously, and then I fell off the wagon, and my laziness has ended up costing us tons of money. We spent $115 eating out. Well, I don't eat any of this stuff, but my family has spent $115 eating out. So things like that, it's crazy. Especially the grocery one. The grocery one was like jaw-dropping. I could not believe we spent $1,500 in groceries. So I thought $760 would be plenty, but apparently I spent double that for groceries. So I guess that might be hard for us to stick to, $760, but we'll see. So like January is going to be my test month basically to see what kind of accommodations I need to make, adjustments that I need to make to the budget. But that is the budget, at least for now. So we'll see if it changes in February, if I need to adjust the groceries. Like I said, I am on a special diet, so you know, some of the foods that I eat are a little bit more expensive just because I can't just buy convenience foods. I put my family on a gluten-free, dairy-free diet as well. So we'll see how that literally just started in January for them. So we'll see how that goes. It might make it more than what I was hoping for, but I don't know. We'll see. So that is my budget and how I'm going to be using this. I will check back in at the end of the week to see how I'm doing, how we're doing as far as spending and things like that. If you have any questions or comments below, I know this was a really long, winded video, but it's something I'm very passionate about. Like I said, I got myself out of, I got us out of over $60,000 worth of consumer debt. So I know it can be done. We don't make a lot of money. I think we were making $30,000 a year when we did it without filing bankruptcy. So it can be done. It's hard and it sucks, and dealing with creditors sucks, or collection agencies, I guess, but it can be done. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Any questions about pulling yourself out of debt, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I am going to be as transparent as possible. I will be using my actual income numbers, things like that. That way it A, holds me accountable, and B, helps you guys out if, you know, if you're in this kind of situation or in the situation I used to be in massive amounts of debt. So like I said, leave comments or questions below. I will be more than happy to answer anything I possibly can. Hit like on this button if you like on this video, the like button on this video. If you enjoy this video or if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I will be doing weekly videos as far as updates, and then my monthly videos for the actual budget. If you would like me to go more in depth on the budget or anything at all you want to see different or more of in these videos, let me know. I am more than happy to be accommodating. So again, hit like and subscribe if you would like to see more. Thanks for watching.